If you're watching this, you're probably in the process of working on your Pen Tool Basics project. So this is what it looks like in the Google Classroom. If you ever see something in one of your assignments that looks like a PDF, that's probably the actual assignment prompt. So this is the full assignment prompt for this project. If you ever see something in your assignment prompt that looks like checkbox items, it's probably really important to put all of those checkbox items in there. We're actually going to do the things that happen before the checkboxes right now. So all the things that let you start the project in Adobe Illustrator and set up your file the way that this one asks to. So here we go. This is the home window in Adobe Illustrator. And you might see some kind of suggested artboard sizes for different kinds of projects, and you might see some finished projects that other kids did in the past. Look, there's even some Pen Tool Basics projects that Mr. Bach used for demonstration in the past too. But we're going to assume that you need to start a project from scratch, and here's how you do it. First, we're going to go look at New File right up here, and click. There it is. So here are a bunch of pretty standard sizes that you might need to use. We're going to set up a totally custom size right now. The reason for me having you do this is so that I can see that you went through the process of setting up an artboard that's not a default. First thing is, the units this is using is points. Points are great for measuring typography, but we're going to go change points to something else. In fact, we're going to use centimeters today. You can see right now it changed over to 21 and change centimeters. So we're going to go change this to what the assignment says, 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. Okay, that's not something you'd use a whole lot, but it's great for this assignment because it lets me see right away if you followed the instructions. Next thing I'm going to do is put the name of this project in here, and it should be something like your name and pen tool or something like that. All right, other things that we're going to do right here, this already says CMYK color. That's great. If it's on RGB, you can change it over to CMYK, and it's very likely that you'll have to change something from 72 pixels per inch to 300 pixels per inch. 72 is kind of the old standard for screen resolution or internet stuff, but more and more we have screens that are going to require something bigger like 300 pixels per inch. Here we go, hitting create. And here's the artboard. I can see it's square, and we have a great start here. I'm just gonna have a couple of things that are up on here. All right, so I'm just getting a couple of things ready so that I can do the other part that's important for today. Okay, let's say we got all the work done today that we needed to, and we need to save this project so that we can get back to it and keep working on it the next class period. Here's the important stuff that you're going to have to do. Going up to File at the top, and you might be used to a lot of programs that autosave. Illustrator is kind of old school. It will make you save your project if you want to keep your work. So we're going to go down to, we don't have to hit save as because we already gave this thing a name, but this might help us make sure that it goes into a place on this computer that we can manage. So I'm going to go hit save as instead of save. We're going to get a window like this. So this is creating a location for this. And right now it wants to put your name, Pen Tool Basics, in Documents folder. That would be okay, you could do that, but here's a better way to do that. Most of the time in Mr. Bach's class, I have kids set up their own folders on the desktop. So I've navigated over to find the desktop, and if you don't already have a folder on your desktop, you could do something like this. You can go hit New Folder, and now we're creating a name for this folder. You don't necessarily have to make a folder with your first name and last name, but it might help if you need Mr. Bach to search for your project or something like that. It might help make things like that easier. Your name, pen tool, in this folder, that's first name, last name. This is an Illustrator project. It's not a different kind of file yet, but that's great because we're planning on getting back to and working on this project some more. So hitting save and hitting OK. At this point, if you're back in the home in Illustrator, you should be able to just open up your project from the recent files like this, or you could go open it from the folder where you kept it. There you go. Hope that helps.